Okay, so it's gonna start recording? Good deal. Good.
Okay, Miss Sarah. Alright. I'm gonna edit this out so you don't feel awkward. Okay, guys. So as you know, I'm Brittany Parker, and I'm working with a company called Reminder X to make a feature of the school reminder app more efficient for teachers to use. First, I'd like to read over this informed consent document and sign it to indicate you're okay with the information, as we've already done over there. Thank you. Alright, thanks for showing it to the camera too. Awesome job. Alright, next I'm going to read you some information straight from the page, okay, Miss Sarah, because I want to make sure that everybody has the same information. It's going to sound a little bit stiff, but it'll be short. You can go ahead and get it if you need to, or put it on vibrate or whatever you want to do. Everybody's phone's on vibrate now. Cool. Is mine on vibrate too? Might as well check.
That's what gets us all situated.
Alright. Well, minor detail we forgot to add there.
Coffee real quick. That's yours. Mine's the other one.
Good deal. Alright, are we comfortable? Ready to start, you guys? Are we good? My moderator, Miss Erica. Thank you. Alright. So here we go. Alright, Lauren, we've asked you here today to provide us feedback on a portion of the app that creates events and reminders for teachers to send to parents and students. We want to make sure it's usable by teachers who have various levels of technology skills and experience with the app using smartphones. After this orientation, I'll read you a scenario and ask you to perform some tasks. Then I'll observe and listen as you work on the task. As we go through the study, you can help me by thinking out loud. Basically, verbalize what you're thinking, what assumptions you're developing, what questions you find yourself wanting to ask, and other things like this. Don't be afraid to say whatever comes to mind. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It's also important for us to know where and how the app is not meeting your expectations. Don't be afraid to let me know this as well. I'm not the designer, so you will not hurt my feelings again. Finally, act as you would if this were real. For example, if you get frustrated and would exit out of the app, please tell me if you would continue on and do that. But if you call for help or if you had enough for whatever reason and would just bail out, I want to know that too.
Okay.
The point is to not spend more or less time on a task than you would if it were real.
Okay.
I want to stress at this point that the app is being tested, not you. If you don't understand something, that means we have more to work to do and to improve the app. One last thing before we start. The prototype that you'll be using is not an actual phone, but a replica of one on paper, obviously. I will provide you with sticky notes, pencils, sticky tack, and note cards for you to add your suggestions, notes, thoughts, questions, or even add features and dialog boxes. I would like you to feel free to add whatever design, features, or edits you think would be helpful. You may stop me at any time if you want to add a note, ask a question, or change something around. Now, for the purpose of the study, I want you to go ahead and we're going to give you a pencil and a note card. How do you get a pencil? Is it over there? Thank you. So you're going to use this where you can use your finger to select things on the app, okay?
Okay.
Alright. And then here's your post-its. You got sticky tack. Sticky tack's always fun when it comes to school projects. So,
It's a little something extra.
right.
Don't you think?
Let me get you a note card. Okay. Here's your note card.
So I just write down my suggestions and things?
You can write down suggestions, thoughts, and comments on there as well. These are for adding things to the app that you would like to change or for flagging things too.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to read you the scenario. Alright. So for the purpose of the study, I want you to imagine you're a 6th grade teacher who is already using a version of this app. You want to celebrate a new school year and get parents and staff together so they can all meet. Your mission will be to use this Reminder X app to create the event, invite guests, request supplies, and ask for volunteers. You don't want parents to forget, so you'll need to send reminders within an effective amount of time. You have 15 new students in your class this year and their parents to meet. I'm going to show you the requirements for your event.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to have you refer back to this.
Okay.
What the event is a back to school homeroom party. When is it? It will be September 1st from 11 to 1. The guests that you're going to be inviting are all parents, students, and staff. You're going to need party supplies, food, drinks. You're going to need approximately 5 parent volunteers. Okay, that's all the beginning information I have. The next thing I'll ask you to do is to answer a few demographic and background questions, and then I'll give you a scenario and ask you to perform the first task. Do you have any questions before we start?
No.
Okay, here we go. First question I'm going to ask you. Do you own a smartphone, tablet, or computer for personal and or work use?
Yes.
Now, I'm taking notes on my computer, just so you know.
Okay.
They're just the answers to your questions. Do you currently use a reminder app or a school reminder app?
Yes.
We're developing a new school reminder app to make parent, teacher, and student communication easier. What are the biggest challenges in this area for you?
I need something that definitely gives me alerts on my phone. I do not want something that I actually have to get into the app to get the information because I will forget because I'm a very busy person.
So like getting reminders and pop-ups on your phone?
Yes.
So notifications through that?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's important to me.
Go ahead and jot that down. Okay, and how often do you incorporate technology into your life and why?
I'm pretty tech savvy. I do a lot of my work on the computer, and I also use it for personal use quite often. It's just easier to do a lot of tasks on apps and on the phone instead of having to call places.
I agree. Okay, now I'm going to give you a few task scenarios here. You're pretending you're a teacher. Okay, and you're teaching a 6th grade class planning the homeroom party, right?
Mhm.
Okay, now it's time for you to start planning this homeroom party. You're going to open up your app on the phone, and here's your phone right here.
Okay.
Alright, that's going to be your little phone screen. And you select the icon that will prompt you to create the event that you want. You are then prompted to choose a task in order to begin. Now, the first part of the questions I'm going to ask you here are about just your general design that you're looking at there.
Mhm.
At first glance, I'm curious what these icons mean to you and what you would select first to create the event. So if you look at the icons on the bottom of the screen, they're going to look familiar if you've used apps or any technology before. And I'm just going to kind of ask you what you think they mean at first glance there without ever using our app or knowing what they mean beforehand. What do they look like to you?
I think this one looks like like caution or an alert.
Okay.
This one right here looks like something you'd have to create some type of something with because there's a pencil and a paper. This one here looks like some type of a film or media type of a thing, and this looks like a checklist or reminders.
Okay. Now I'm
I'm
going
not
to give you
sure.
something that's going to tell you what those are.
It's just a guess.
So once you see what these mean here, I'd like you to tell me if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, I think the only one that I didn't get is the sign-ups. So I think everything else pretty
Now,
much
knowing
makes
that means sign-ups, would you say that you would understand that after using the app and seeing that?
Yeah, after I knew what it was, after I played with it,
Okay.
I totally would get that.
Awesome. Okay, so now that you know what they mean, do you think they're easy to remember and identify for the purpose?
I think so.
Okay. Jotting some notes down here, so bear with me. Now, can you tell me what icon you would think to pick first to create an event? Knowing what they mean.
Alerts,
Okay. What other app would you maybe use?
sign-ups,
Okay. And what would be the third? In order.
reminders.
And then media, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a note of that. So you said first the alerts app, the alerts icon, correct?
Mhm.
Second one was the sign-ups. Third was then the
Reminders.
reminders. And fourth would have obviously been that media
Correct.
icon. Okay. Alright. Well, for the purpose of this app, to open up our event screen, you're going to select the reminders.
Okay.
Now, if you're using the app, would that have caused you some frustration to have to click on every one of those icons, thinking that reminders?
No, because I'm pretty, just click and then click out, click out. It doesn't take that long.
So you're kind of used to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to kind of play with something to figure it out. But once you understand and master the task, it's very easy.
Absolutely. All right. So once you click that icon, you're going to find this on your pop-up screen here. This will pop up. So once you click reminders, this will pop up and you'll see this. Now, to create the event that I've asked you to create, what would you do from now on?
I think I would click event.
Okay, good. Glad you can read. Common sense here. Okay, so go ahead and do that actually. All right. Now, after you click event, you're going to see this.
I think I would click the date.
Okay. So the date of the party is going to be
September 1st.
Ah, you have a great memory.
Yep, September 1st.
Okay, so you click that, and your date's already pre-filled.
Yep.
And you're going to see a different screen. There you go. Now, after you click the date, it's pre-filled. Here, so you have your date. You can go ahead and enter the information for the party. So I would
put it's the
homeroom party.
with what I'd put title, location. I would put the room number and the school.
Go ahead and take your time. If you have a question, go ahead and ask me. What thoughts are coming to your head right now?
For notes, do I need to put like anything like need volunteers for blah 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 blah, or is that a separate area?
So you're curious what you would use the notes for?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a great question. And I am going to actually take note of that as to, there's some curiosity there as to what you would use that notes tab for.
Is that seen by just me, or is it seen by whoever I invite as well?
Whoever you invite.
So it'll be shown.
So there's some questions about that too, as to whether the invitees will be able to see your notes or not, and whether they'll be public to them or just for you. That's a great observation there. Go ahead and take note of that as well. Okay. Okay, so typically for this notes part, this would be for everybody to see, and you can write little details in for directions or things.
Or you could put something like cute, like what the event is, like please.
I love that idea.
Everybody get ready for the best homeroom party this side of the elementary.
Some comments and stuff in there. That's a great idea. I love it. I love that idea. That's a very good one. Okay.
So maybe it would be better if you put like comments or something instead of notes.
Okay.
Just so then their user knows that it's like comments that are going to be on there instead of like their own personal notes.
Very nice. So I'm going to give you a pen to write on that because I'm not sure how the pencil will do.
Yeah, that's just my thought.
Great suggestion. You go ahead and try this marker. See if that'll work for you.
Love the color.
Alright. So you put in all your party information, right? And here is your little keyboard screen as well that'll pop up for you to type it in. Get you just sticky check?
Yes.
Alright. So you're going to type in, you've typed in what so far?
The homeroom party, where it's at, the room location that the party is at. Notes would maybe be like, come celebrate the start of a new school year with us. And maybe like if food is going to be provided, things like that, so people know whether or not they need to feed their kids before. Just maybe some details about the party, what it's going to be. I think that would be nice to have there.
Okay. Alright. Thank you so much. Alright, so now the next part of our task is, let's see, I'm going to ask you to invite people.
Okay.
Okay. And if you remember before, we talked about inviting all parents, students, and staff to this, so everybody can go ahead and meet, right? So if you wanted to go ahead and invite some people to the party, where would you go for that?
Invitees.
Awesome. So go ahead and click it. Now, once you click that, you're going to see a dialog box that pops up here for your invitees. Okay. Now, sticky notes, you can go ahead and add or change whatever you want on there. So here are your options for the first one. After you select invitees, you're going to choose who you'd like to invite. Where do you think you go with that first?
I would go to all parents.
Okay.
And then I would hope that there would be a tag where I just would get all the parents instead of the individual names, or if you could put like all parents or individual names. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So then I would press all parents.
Okay,
if you want
great.
them all to come.
Okay. So now for staff.
And you want all the staff to come, correct? I would put all staff or staff groups and just select all the staff members.
Okay. Now it says here that you can select one or more of the following of these. What would help you be able to understand that better?
I think for me personally, I use computers so much that that's very self-explanatory to me.
Okay.
Because I've done other event type of software at work. I think it reminds me of an email, like you can do like all staff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
great.
So that's kind of for me.
So it's familiar.
It's familiar to me, but I think if you were not used to that, I think it's pretty self-explanatory if you click on it. I don't think that someone would have a problem.
Awesome. Okay, so you're gonna select all staff, right? All parents. Okay, and then maybe your classroom, if you have a classroom of students that you want to invite as well. So you would go ahead and select all, right?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we'll have to add.
Yeah, select all would definitely be good for those. So then you didn't have to go through and click through.
Gotcha.
So having select all tabs would be very beneficial for time management.
Awesome. And then maybe, so when you're done, complete with this task. Okay.
Yep.
Something to indicate that you've completed it.
Something to indicate that everything was sent. Like sent to all staff, sent to all parents, sent to all classrooms.
So something like that. Okay.
Yep.
Wonderful. Alright, so we've gone ahead and selected all then, correct? Okay. So we've got our invite set in there. Now, the next thing I would like you to do is write some notes here. So after you've selected all these people, how can you make sure someone you invited does not forget about the event?
RSVP.
Okay. How else would you?
I would do reminders.
Awesome.
And personally, I would make sure that there was a few reminders, because I know I get busy, especially if you are going to bring something. It'd be nice to be reminded a few times before, not just once.
Awesome. So, okay, so if you want to set a reminder so you can make sure that everybody doesn't forget about the event, you're going to see this. So go ahead and click reminders if you're going to set a reminder. You're going to see this little box pop up. Go ahead and take a look at it.
Okay.
Read through it.
So you can pick remind all, remind parents, remind staff, remind students.
Correct.
I would press remind all, because everybody's invited to this. I would do, and it looks very easy, it looks very self-explanatory, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. I would definitely do 1 week, and then I would also do the day before.
Okay.
Just so everybody remembers. Maybe even an hour before too would be good to have for some people. I know that living a busy life, and especially if you have multiple kids with multiple classes, I think that would make the attendance a lot better if there was reminders and alerts on your phone.
Awesome.
I think that would be very beneficial for the parents.
Okay. So the reminders option to be able to set multiple reminders at multiple times is something that you would find very beneficial. So
yeah, just because you go to practice, you're trying to make dinner for your kids. You have, your family to worry about, and especially having multiple kids, it's hard to juggle everything. And the modern parent is so on the go, it's just nice to have a little helper to make sure that you remember to do everything.
Awesome, okay. Okay, so if you want to remind everybody, say you want to remind everyone about the event, and you want it in an efficient enough time that they can remember and get there. Go ahead and select what you would choose.
I put remind all, and I would probably do so I can even customize if I wanted it. I would
Right.
maybe do like 2 days before, I think is a good one, just because then if they are volunteering to bring something, they don't just like know the night before and have to run to the store and make the food and everything. Kind of that would be good for everybody.
So the customization for 2 days before.
Yeah.
Or you might use the customization option more
Yeah.
than the other ones.
Well, I think all of them are great, but I think if it was me and I was doing this party, I would probably do 2 days before and the week before.
And so be able to set more than one reminder.
I think setting multiple reminders would be good.
Multiple reminders. Thanks for writing that down.
Yeah. Just because we get so busy.
I agree.
I know I wouldn't know what to do without my my alerts on my phone. Sometimes it's my brain when I get real busy.
Awesome. Okay. So you went ahead and did that, and you set your reminders. And remind me one more time what you set your reminders for.
I set it for a week before and 2 days before.
All right. So you've done that. You click OK.
Yep.
You're gonna go ahead and get out of that screen now. Okay. So if you want confirmation of your attendees that are coming to this event, what would you do?
RSVP.
Awesome. Okay, so go ahead and click RSVP. Okay. Now you can turn that on or off, right? So as soon as you click it, it's already off.
Swipe it on.
Awesome. Now next we're gonna do, you need one last thing for this party. You have to request parent and supplies for the event.
Okay.
How would you go about doing that?
I think it would be volunteers.
Okay. So once you click that, this will pop up next to it.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and check that out for a second.
Okay. So I think I understand here, like enter task, it would be maybe like, this looks like this is for people with the little people icon. That looks like the shopping cart would be like supplies is what I'm guessing.
Great.
And I think the times whatever would be the different, like how many volunteers you'd need, and it would be how many items of each item that you would need.
Awesome.
Would you click add more to add? Is that what change that?
Correct. Totally correct.
Okay.
So, and you can also enter in the items that you specifically need.
So here you would just click on it and you could just type in whatever you would want to be put on there.
Yep. And here you can go ahead and add something in there if you like.
Okay, let's do plastic forks. So I would go to enter item plastic forks. The thing that I would maybe add would be like a I see like times the quantity, but like certain things come in, like would it be like one package, one box,
Makes
different
sense.
things like that. Maybe you could put in like a little extra part where you could put like the quantity of like maybe, or I don't know. Does that make sense to you?
It does. Yes.
So like
So
the
somewhere to add in.
type of item and the or maybe even here you could just put box of forks.
You could.
So I think that would probably be okay, but just to make sure that maybe if there's a prompt so people wouldn't forget because they're just putting forks, because they wouldn't know how many forks, and maybe like
so some type of prompt in to make sure that it's filled in completely.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you would categorize that under, but I think that might help too.
Okay.
Just because if someone could be very literal, and you could be like bring forks, and they'll bring like literally like one fork. You know, you never know where people's heads are at.
Yes, I understand that. Okay. Awesome thoughts there. Okay. So if you want to request parent volunteers, what would you choose?
Enter task, I would put volunteers next to the people, and then I would put the quantity. I'd click to add how many volunteers I needed to help.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and run through that task really quick then. See here. Okay. So say how many volunteers would you need? 5 parent volunteers.
Sure.
Can you show me how you would go ahead and request that and then send it out to the parents?
I would enter task, I'd put volunteer, and then next to the little one there's the add more. I would click it 5 times. Or I would think it'd be nice if it would just prompt up the number thing so you could just type it in. Because what if you need like 30, you don't want to sit there and go.
Absolutely.
So I think that would be good to have a prompt that you could type in how many you wanted.
I agree. Okay. So the keyboard or something pops up and you can just type in the amount.
Yes.
Awesome. So you've typed in 5 volunteers. You put in all your requests for items. Then what do?
Done.
Okay. And so after you do that, it'll pull up with a confirmation as to how much you pull in. So this is what you would see after the fact.
Yep.
So, and then there would be probably a drop-down list here to tell you how many you had selected, and you said forks. The example says treat bags, so no different here.
Yeah.
So you want 15 treat bags or something, or 15 boxes of forks.
Yep.
And it shows you the confirmation. Okay, so if you want to exit out of this and move on to the next step, what do?
Save and complete event.
Awesome. Okay. So after you hit that, you're going to see the screen. What do you think?
Looks like I was successful in making my homeroom party.
Okay. Was it clear that everything was saved?
Yeah, because it has a success, it has a check mark, which makes me feel like the task was done.
Okay. Do you have any questions or concerns about that part?
No.
Okay. How do you feel it went?
I think it was pretty easy. I think it's very user friendly. I think it would be very beneficial for my classroom to do and use this app, especially if the parents were tech savvy, which I think a lot of people around this generation with kids are nowadays. So I think that that's great.
Okay. And what did you like about it most?
I think honestly it'll be great because it'll save me so much time that I have more time to do other things instead of having to call every individual parent. Things like that. I think that will definitely keep me, give me a little more time, so I have more time to spend with my students to ensure their success in my class.
Okay, I've got some few wrap-up questions for you. First I want to ask you what your overall impressions were of your experience today.
I thought it was good. I really enjoyed the app. I thought it was very user-friendly. I thought it was very self-explanatory. I think it's very easy to use.
Okay, wonderful. So on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being difficult and 5 being easy, how would you rate the ease of use for what you went through today?
I think it was like a 5. I mean, I didn't have any issues with it at all. There wasn't really anything I had too many questions about.
Okay. Would you use this app in your classroom or as a parent?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it'd be great to keep, as a parent, I think it'd be great to have alerts and reminders so you can keep everything on task. And I think as a teacher, it'd be great to free up some of your time from having to call people on it. And if you do need to call about individual things, I think that it's nice to be able to do that.
And what did you find so most helpful about the app, which you've kind of already answered for me?
Just time saving, you know,
Time saving.
as a teacher, you know, we have so much to do, and you know, when we try to make these parties as individual or as you know, easy and smooth as possible, it's nice to just have everything set in stone and you can see, you know, who's bringing what, so that way it's a little bit easier instead of having a phone call and then you get distracted and you might not remember who's bringing what. It's just all cut and dry and you don't really have to ask any questions about it.
Awesome. And what was most confusing about it to you? Or the areas that you found most difficult to navigate and frustrating? And we can go ahead and pull some of those things back up for you.
Yeah, I'd have to look. I can't really remember.
So we'll set it up and kind of maybe go from the beginning for you and so you can look at it.
Let me just look. I'll just look at them.
Okay.
I'll remember. Oh, I think just like making sure that there's a send all option. I think that's just very important. I think, and especially like having maybe a confirmation after this saying all parents sent, all staff sent, all classrooms sent. I think having that confirmation would definitely make, you know, me at ease as a educator, just knowing that I make sure everybody knows about what's going on.
Awesome.
So nobody's out of the loop and no one's upset.
Awesome. Okay. And then the things that you liked most about it were what again?
Just the ease of use and just the time saving that it's going to like the extra time it'll give me to work on other things.
Okay. How likely would you be to use this app again on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being never and 5 being absolutely, I would totally use it again?
I'd say a 5.
Okay.
I would absolutely use this app.
Okay, well, now that we're going to wrap up, I'm going to ask you if you have any questions or comments for me that I didn't get to today.
No, I think it's a great product. I would definitely use it in my classroom, and I think that this would relieve a lot of stress for educators everywhere.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Sarah, for your time today. I wish you the best of luck in your new school year.
Thank you so much, Brittany. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.